Town Council met on February 7th with the following members present: Don Gerardo, Tim Berry, Joan Holtmeyer, and Rich Stevenson via telephone. The minutes of the January 3rd meeting were read and included an addendum. Tim made a motion to approve, seconded by Joan, and passed. Jim came to present bids for the street improvements and still needs to do a full review of unit prices. NDOT will price 75%, town will be responsible for $208,000. Lowest bid came in from Wayne Asphalt at $806,000. Motion was made to give Don authority to make the decision, since the decision needed to be made before the March board meeting, by Joan and seconded by Tim and passed. Dan discussed the lift station at Heritage construction. They asked if we wanted to line that to extend the life of the structure. Our cost would be $9,500. Tim made the motion to align the high service pumps. Joan seconded and passed. The New Allen Alliance Bicentennial Committee is doing sculpture initiative, and each community can purchase a sculpture for $2,000. The meeting for that was February 13th to get more information. East Allen Government Night at Rackenhellens on April 23rd to meet and talk to officials of East Allen and the commissioner. There is trail spots along CME Drive that is holding a lot of water. NDOT has closed the project, so Dan is to reach out to see if there's anything we can do about that. Rich motion to approve payment of the API invoice for PL3. Joe seconded and passed. Tim motion to approve payment of Fox contracting invoice, and Joan seconded and passed. Property cleanups were discussed. With nothing further to discuss, Tim made a motion to adjourn. Rich seconded and passed.
Any additions or corrections? Being none, we need a motion to accept the minutes as read.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Dan?
As far as the water standing on the trail, there really wasn't much we could do. It was already closed out. It's not gonna cost us very much to do something ourselves, so I just, instead of pushing it too hard and arguing about it, I figured it'd be easier just to do it ourselves. We just have to put a trench in there and lay a pipe in it and run it down to the ditch. The storm project, they're still moving along on that. They've got us, I don't know if you've noticed the back trailer out here the last few days. There's a couple catch basins they need cleaned out a little bit so they could see what all pipes were in there. So we've been out doing that. That's really about it.
Sharon? Either one.
I want chickens.
I had talked, I believe, him last fall, and he said that the board had passed an ordinance about all the junk cars sitting around, and I was wondering if you could give me just a real brief highlight of what that ordinance is, if and when it's going to be enforced, just what the status of it is.
Okay, Tim's got it right
I
there.
could probably get a copy of it for you if I've got it right here. 1 second.
What do you got? Somebody that's,
The usual railroad streets, like a junkyard.
Most of Railroad Street is.
whereabouts?
Well, down on the corner next to me, on down where the substation used to be,
The next street, street.
Oh. Yeah, down where all the derby cars are.
there's also just piles of junk.
Okay. You don't have it? I don't know.
9801.
Yeah. We redid everything at the same time. That was
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
It doesn't have to be verbatim, you just give me an overview.
Okay, let me,
When we
from May 3rd of last.
I think that's the
That's
the
it.
new one.
This
This
is it, yeah.
That's the new one.
Yeah, this didn't change much other than making the fines a little stronger, so the definition of junk vehicles didn't change, I mean, it's basically.
Okay, what is the definition?
Definition is that it does not bear a current valid and legal registration, is not operable, or not a, or is not operable, or is in such a deteriorated condition it poses a threat to public health or safety.
Now, is this ordinance gonna be enforced? When and how and what? I mean, it's-
Yeah, I mean, if I see them, but if they have a current registration, there's not much I can, and if it, I mean, unless it's been sitting there for,
About 3 or 4 years, is that?
okay. Where,
Next to me.
where at exactly?
Where, Rob Forks used to live, he doesn't even live there anymore, he just leaves his junk there. He's got 2 old trucks, he did finally load up, he had a Blazer that was stripped out, upside down, he finally put it on a trailer, but it's still there.
Okay.
Right next to 214 Railroad, I think it'd be 212,
Okay.
It's right on the alley.
yeah.
Okay.
I wanna ask something too, how safe is it to have a wood burner in the garage burning where there's cars, nobody lives there, but they keep a fire going in it? It scares me, cause his truck sits right next to it. And if it get a fire, we probably all blow up.
I,
I mean, nobody, like I said, nobody lives there, and,
right,
but when it's cold, he gets the fire stoked and it burns overnight. But I don't know, I worry about it.
well, I'm gonna say, I can't imagine it'd be illegal.
No, I mean,
I-
it's contained in
yeah.
a wood burner. Not
You know,
smart, but I don't think it's.
It's not the smartest thing you could do, but,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that trailer's awful old too. I
Yeah.
don't know how, I don't know. I haven't seen in that garage where he's at, but I know the wood, that's where the wood burner is, and I know there's a fire going.
right.
And I've seen rats running around over there with a pile of wood all over the place, but I don't know.
You said nobody lives there?
No, it wouldn't be illegal, I mean, to do that.
Remember that when we have a fire, if I live through it. Then I'll just sue everybody, because nobody listened. If he was there when he had the fire, you know,
Right.
but to come over there and get the fire going at night and then leave, that's what scares me. Cause I know he has all kinds of,
Water lines in there or something.
he's got cars, 30 cars that he drives, so I know they got gas in them.
Any animals in there?
And, I don't know.
I don't know if he's, I don't know.
He doesn't live there?
No.
What does he do, just come over and work on stuff, or starts a fire?
Yeah.
So they warm up?
He lives in
He's
Mr.
probably
Fritzinger's house
got
now.
water
Where
or
Mr.
something.
If the
Fritzinger
Board of
used to
Health
live on
came in,
South
the
Street,
trailer
lives
would
over
be
there.
condemned. I've seen the inside of that trailer, and it's,
It's not
The mom
livable.
shoots the kids.
that's why nobody lives there, cause they can't rent it out, cause it's so bad.
Now, maybe I'll ask him about it. I talked to him, so. See what he says.
You just get mad and do
Lives
pull
right by
something on
Jody's
us.
and, yeah,
That's what happens.
Bob Fritzinger's place. Yeah, yeah, right next to you. Yeah,
Across the street.
across the street, yeah. No, I'll say something to him.
When you tell him who complained, that'll just cause more problems.
No, I won't. I'll just tell him that there was inquiring minds.
Because if we wanted to be assholes about it, when he built the garage, he's way over, there's like, what, 6 inches from our property line?
Yeah, it's He's
And
into the easement, but
so, we didn't say anything about that, and I don't know. He gets to drinking, he's a real ass.
Oh, most people are.
He's, he tried to run him off the road one night, and when he stopped and said, "What is your problem?" He, "F you, old man." And that's just,
okay, so that's good.
okay.
No, I'll say something to him, see what, if there's a reason he's doing that. Tim. Bobby.
I have Fox Contracting PAP 4. Amount due for this application is
$159,340.10. We need a motion to pay Fox Contracting $159,340.20.
20 or 10.
Was it 10 cents?
Yes,
what I was thinking.
Okay,
and I'll second that motion.
okay, we have a motion and a second, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed likewise. Clear pass.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. I need permission to sign a contract with the gas company on this deal out here where we're getting ready to redo everything from Washington out to Whittern for $317,858, and that's an approximate number. That was a cost estimate. But in order to keep the project moving, we can't wait till the next meeting. So what I was gonna see if I could get you guys to make a motion, that I can go ahead and sign it.
Is that NIPSCO?
NIPSCO, yeah.
It's actually for the gas line that's going out to the industrial park, but we're redoing this road out here right now. And we're trying to get them to move as fast as they can, so we don't put new road in and they come back through and cut brand new road. So, we're hoping to expedite the process a little here.
I'll make a motion, we give you, send a signed contract for that 317.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Clear pass. I was, questioned pods, you know, the moving pods. Do we have anything in any ordinance?
We might now. I didn't bring our new subdivision code book, but I can check.
Okay, how about checking and giving me
Yeah,
a
sounds
call, cause I had a guy,
I feel like we discussed that.
did too.
I think we did,
I think we
yeah.
did. So, but it's
Like, are they banned or? is your
That's what
question-
I wanna know, are they permissible or are they banned? Cause I had a guy
Was it
call
figured to say
today.
how long it could stay there, do you?
Well, see, that's, this is gonna be permanent. I can tell you that
It's
already.
not a true moving pod, somebody wants to use it
No,
as a
it's
storage
permanent.
facility.
It's a-
Right,
Yeah.
but I I told him I would get a clarification.
Where's it at? Or is it not there yet?
It's not there yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is the person that wants to get it, that's talking.
right, yes.
So in lieu of a storage shed, they just wanna buy a storage pod and stick it in their yard.
Mm-hmm. You can buy the pod probably for less than you can build a storage shed for. That's what it amounts to, I think.
But it's for storage and not to turn into a little house.
Right, yeah,
Even though that
yeah.
was prohibited.
Well, no,
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, a little, yeah,
Depending on the
one,
square footage. so.
make one of the little houses. Okay, the chamber wants to know if the town would be interested in partnering with them to build onto the back of the white barn. Not enclose it, but just put it under roof. So that everything behind, when they're out there cooking, is under roof. And it'd be concrete pour.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. I do think.
Okay,
I'm all right with that.
okay, alright, well, no, that's, I'll tell them and we'll figure it out.
When you're down there and it's hot,
Yeah, that would make it a lot nicer
Yeah.
when they're working down there.
We typically have those tents set up out there for them, but we get a stiff wind and we're picking that thing back up off of the tennis courts.
Yeah,
We probably have enough money in the park fund to pay for everything.
right,
Yeah, our
yeah,
portion, whatever it might be, it could be,
well,
are they talking 50/50?
yeah, I think, they didn't say what percentage, they just wanted to know if we would be interested,
you have to say yes and then yes.
you know? The other thing was, I figured if we was gonna do that, we would re-roof the whole thing with metal roofing and,
Yeah, I don't know.
So
or is that, does
What's
that
that look
have?
like, Dan?
the roof's actually in good shape, but you want it to match. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right now it matches the pavilion, but then again, there's the other barn behind the tennis courts doesn't match, and you got the ball diamonds. It's so as far as matching, as long as everything on the building matches, I think that's all we can really ask for. And they asked me if we would be willing to pour the concrete for them, and I told them that wouldn't be a problem.
okay, yeah, see, that's,
Yeah.
you know, I think it'll improve it,
Oh, I think it'd be really nice.
yeah,
That's, the concrete's probably half the cost anyway.
Yeah.
you're probably right,
If you paid somebody to do it, it would be for sure.
yeah. Okay, the only other thing, did you guys get that email that I sent, one about the meeting at Rackenhallen's for one?
In April, right?
Yeah, that would not be a bad thing to go to because Nelson is retiring. And you really want people to know that you're interested in what they're doing. Because they've been actually pretty valuable to us as far as funding goes. And then the other one was the thing with the fire department. That resurfaced today. So,
I can't do that one.
hmm,
It's next week, right?
Well,
that's the
where's that,
13th.
where's that at with Hoagland? Have they done anything?
I haven't talked to her.
And-
From northwest.
Yeah, it
And
was
where's the
from
county at?
Northwest,
They've
yeah.
never did anything with the jail yet either, as far
No,
as I know. And
See,
that was the holdup with the fire thing, you said,
it's
yeah,
the
wait, see how
jail,
much money they spend on the jail.
yeah. Yeah, until they get the jail solved,
Yeah, they can't do anything until they
you know.
decide what they're doing.
But I will go to this meeting just to listen You know what I'm saying?
When is that? When is it?
March 13th at 2:00 in the Commissioners' Conference Room.
Yeah,
Is that a Wednesday meeting?
yes.
Yeah, but I'm not real sure what it really amounts to, okay?
It said that the chiefs are meeting at 1. And then
There-
everybody else
there's
can
a
come in
meeting at
2.
one.
The chiefs meet at
Chiefs
1.
at one.
Right,
And
but
everybody else is at 2.
we aren't allowed in that meeting.
What time is the Rockin' meeting?
6 to 8.
At 2,
No, Rockin'
6 to 8.
oh,
6
Rocky
to 8.
Helens?
Okay, he said 6 to 8.
It's in their banquet room.
Okay. Thanks.
Upstairs in the pond.
Yeah, but I believe that's upstairs, yes.
Yeah.
Or we could go downstairs for their trivia night.
That too. Okay.
Okay, that's all I got.
A couple things. One was just across the street, we were talking, she was asking me about, we put the sidewalk in there on Barnhart in front of her house. About planting grass in there, she said nobody ever planted grass. Is that
Where at?
the contractors that, or is that? Well, I didn't think it.
On Barnhart?
Just do it myself, but, on Barnhart, right off of Ohio, when we put the new sidewalk.
Oh,
in.
yeah. It was the contractors, but a lot of times that comes, I expect it to come up good in the spring.
Yeah,
If it doesn't, we'll take care of it.
okay, that's one thing.
They're actually coming back anyways to reseed over there by the bridge where that
Okay.
didn't take. They're coming back to reseed that, and if it's still not green, I'll tell them to throw some over there while they're here.
Okay. Fredzinger's, I mean, we just talking about a shed, they would put a shed up. And they want to know, I don't think we have anything that we have to do, they'd have to probably, if they're gonna build it from scratch, they'd have to get a permit from the county, I would
Right.
assume. But it's on runners,
They get the things on the side.
If it's on runners,
It's
you
on
don't
runners,
have,
they
if
don't need
it's on
anything.
runners, you don't need a permit.
that's why I told her, but I thought
But
I'd check.
anything under like 12 by,
I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah, I think, they said it's probably gonna be 8 by 10,
Yeah, they don't need
yeah,
it.
I don't think they need.
I mean, I don't wanna
10
speak
by
for,
12, something like that, and 10 feet high.
yeah, as
I
far
don't
as the
think they
town's,
need-
as far as the town's concerned, we don't have anything on
We don't
that.
have anything,
And
they-
I don't think the building department would need anything on that at all.
yeah.
It's a lot bigger than you think that you need it.
Yeah, I was
I was
thinking-
surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the only other thing is, Karen Wilson had called me about, summer at the park, they wanna do that again. I don't think we did last year, did we?
no, we didn't.
And I don't know, is that a county or is that a state run thing? You know? Doesn't matter, but there, it doesn't cost us anything. But, she was talking either 9 to 3:30, 5 days a week, or she said she's gonna try to get it 7:30 to 5:30, which would probably help a lot of people out
It actually
with
would.
childcare, you know, all summer. So, but they just wanted our okay that they could go in there and do it. The only, I don't think there's gonna be a conflict anywhere. But maybe bikers sometime in the morning, and they're already trying to get out of there anyway, so.
Yeah. The only issues we had the last time they did it was overloading the trash cans and I mean petty stuff, but that was the
Yeah.
only real issues we had with
Is
anything.
that pavilion?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, I'll call him if it's okay. I think it's a good program. There were several kids there, I think it was 2 years ago, didn't they have 15, 20 kids there every day?
I think it's a good
And
program.
who is that? What?
Her name was, Sharon Wilson. I didn't know exactly who she's with. It's like, if she's the county or the state. Oh, that's what I'm calling
I've
it.
talked to her several different times.
Yeah,
I think she's county, but I don't know
all
why.
right, I'll call her back and I'll tell her it's okay.
Yeah, tell her it's
And I'll
fine.
mention that about,
Yeah, like you said,
keeping things cleaned up.
other than that, they were pretty good. I mean,
Okay. All right,
I mean, if
That's
they're
all
gonna
right.
do it, can we just put a couple extra bins down there?
yeah, I mean, the other thing is if we could mention to her, especially on Fridays, if they could really make sure it's fairly clean in there, cause it's usually rented on Saturday.
Right,
Otherwise, we're coming back in at night to clean it when they're done, to
right,
have it ready for Saturday.
okay. That's all I got.
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Clear pass.
How long did you say that was gonna last? How long is that program? How long is the program?
It runs from, yeah, it runs from, June third to July
I'll go with that
26th.
thing at Rocky Howard, because
Dan,